Welcome to Vision Clarity, where we help you unlock your full potential and achieve your goals. Today we will be going through one of Wayne Dyer's teachings, which is titled Ways to Bind Yourself from the Last Wound and How to Honor Your Worthiness. If you keep dwelling on your past mistakes and you haven't been able to move ahead in life because of that, then this is certainly the right video for you to watch, because we will be going through Wayne Dyer's teaching on how you can finally let go of all of your past mistakes, see your worthiness, and live a more fulfilled life. So kindly listen with rapt attention. How can you unbind yourself from all of your past wounds? The inclination to bond to your wounds rather than move away from the past has trapped us in a state of feeling unworthy. A person who has experienced a lot of traumatic events in life. Experiences such as death of your loved ones are all traumatic illnesses and accidents of family disruptions or drug addictions that become bonded to them, and they seek attention or self-pity. A lot of times you must have heard about the tale of some wolves, and anything that is being discussed is being told with some sort of urgency so that the listener should have an idea about how horrible the wounding was and still is. The ego uses a lot of energy as a power play, and as an individual or as a group, those kinds of stories encourage the person to struggle to survive. This can also keep an individual from progressively advancing in spirit and reinforce the image of themselves as an unfortunate being. The ability of us to bind with the wounds of our lives keeps reminding us of how unworthy we are of receiving anything that we would want to get, because we remain in a state of suffering. The more of these painful stories are recalled and continuously repeated, the more we are guaranteed to not attract our desires. When you notice your body as if it were wounded, you would know that an open injury closes up quickly. You should just try imagining what it would look like if the injury remained open for quite a long period of time. The injury will become infected, and ultimately it will end up killing the entire organism. But when the wound ends up closing up and you allow it to heal, you can work in the same way with your inner thoughts. But when you move backwards, you continuously relieve your pain, which might include labeling yourself as an incest survivor or an alcoholic sexual abuse survivor. You can heal, and you can do this because you have an inner experience of bitterness, and this harvest of bitterness tends to keep you from feeling worthy. So do not lead with your injuries, and you can deal with your injuries by asking your families and friends to be compassionate while you are in your grieving period, or while you are currently recuperating. Then you should ask them to kindly remind you of when your past wounds have taken on the form of predictable response. A way out of bonding to your wounds is by accepting and acknowledging forgiveness. Forgiveness is one of the most powerful things that you can do for your physiological state and spiritual state. Forgiveness as well means that you have filled yourself with love and you are radiating that same love outwardly. Then you refuse to hang on to the venom or hatred that was initially engendered by the behaviors that had caused the wounds. Forgiveness is a kind of spiritual act of love for yourself, and it as well sends a message to everyone all around you that you are an object of love. Forgiveness also sends this message to yourself, and it also showcases what you are going to impart. The act of feeling worthy is essential to being able to yourself all that which you desire, and it is simply a matter of common sense that if you do not feel that you deserve something, then why would the divine energy that is present in all things send such to your way? Let us take a look at the plan of wanting to adopt and honoring your worthiness to receive and attract all of that which you desire from the divine source. The word inspiration means that you get infused with the Spirit. If you keep practicing that which you love to do every day, then day to day, you will get to love the process more. The act of keep practicing keeps you in the Spirit, and it provides you with an enthusiasm for being a worthy recipient of God's grace. But the word enthusiasm comes from a Greek root, and it is called theos, which means to be filled with God. You should make every effort to remove the internal habits of pessimism, negativity, judgment, complaints, gossip, cynicism, resentment, and fault-finding in any term of your vocabulary and that of your inner dialogue. You can replace all of this with optimism, love, acceptance, kindness, and peace that comes unto your way, and a way of processing your world and the people that dwell in it. You can give yourself a quiet day to erase all of your feeling of unworthiness. You should try to read spiritual literature and poetry, then also keep listening to soothing classical music whenever possible. I found out that simply reading the poetry of Walt Whitman or Rabindranath Tagore or Rumi puts everything that you are doing into a more sacred perspective. And as for me, this lovely poem from Khalil Gibran is an example of paying particular attention to the words of your heart, and you should know in silence that the secrets of the days and nights for the soul walks upon all paths. Khalil Gibran has once spoken on the term self-knowledge, and he said that all of our hearts know in silence that which is the secret of the day and that of the night. But when your ears thirst for the sound of your heart's knowledge, you will get to know in words all of that which you have always known, and the thought that you would be able to touch with your fingers, the naked body of your dream. It is well, you should know that. The hidden wellspring of your soul that must rise, and your soul which is running while currently murmuring to the sea, and the little treasure of your infinite depths will or all be revealed to your eyes. But do not let there be any scale which you can use to weigh your unknown treasure, and do not seek the inner depths of your knowledge with some staff or a sounding line. Because you are sea-bound, do not measurelessly say, I have found the truth, but rather you should say that I have found the truth. Do not say that I have found the path of the soul, but rather you should say that I have met the soul that is walking upon my path. Because the soul walks upon all paths, and it doesn't walk upon a line, nor does it grow like a reed. A soul may unfold itself like a lotus flower with countless petals, so you should allow yourself to be surrounded and filled with as many beautiful things as possible. When I leave my typewriter every evening and I go out to the beach, I get to experience the magnificence of the sun that is setting over the Gulf of Mexico, and to be a part of this sunset fills me with a huge sense of home which is beyond this planet. And then it opens me up to the deeper nature that is within me, and I could never feel unworthy of such grace or magnificence of the universe. When I am immersed in the beauty of such nature, virtually all experience of beauty tends to instantly remove any doubt about your very own divinity and a connection to the ultimate truth that you have placed in everyone and everything. Every day of your life, you should try practicing kindness towards yourself and others. You can get this done as frequently as possible. You should give up on your need to be in the right or on your need to win the favor of being kind. Then sooner you will get to know and recognize the boss of inner peace. But remember that your highest self wants just peace, which can only show up when you begin practicing kindness. It tends to show up at the right schedule. When you are at peace with yourself and with the people of the world, you will get to know that you are worthy recipients of all that comes your way in this materialistic world. So you should make it your special mission to be kind to people every day. At least you should practice this once a day, and you are to extend the same privilege to yourself as much. You should also begin to see the universe as a friendly place, rather than you visioning it as an unfriendly and unsafe place. You should then place all of the wounds that you have had from the early stages of your life into different categories of the lesson that you had learnt in life. And you should remember that for every act of evil or wickedness, there are a million acts of kindness. The universe currently runs on the energy of harmony and balance. So you should breathe in the kind of energy that has harmony and balance, and then you should breathe out the ideas that you have been a victim in life. Finally, you should say it over and over again until it gets registered in your brain and manifests in your life these great sentences. You should say, I am what I say that I am, and I am worthy of the abundance that is present in this universe. What do you think about this teaching of Wayne Dyer's? Kindly comment below and stay tuned to Vision Clarity for more interesting updates on Dr. Wayne Dyer's teachings. Stay safe.